literally, you felt the ground shake. And I ran.
That witness was describing a very scary moment for people in a New York neighborhood this morning. Rubble and ash is all that remains of two residential buildings. A large explosion ripped through one of them. 2 women are confirmed dead. More than a dozen are missing. At least 20 people were hurt. This happened around 9:30 a.m. The force of the blast destroyed a second building. Shattered glass littered the sidewalk. Parked cars were covered with debris. New York's mayor says a gas leak caused the explosion. We'll have more on what the mayor had to say in just a few minutes. First, this is where the deadly explosion and subsequent building collapses happened. The buildings were in a neighborhood in East Harlem at Park Avenue and 116th Street. One of our producers arrived at the scene shortly after the explosion. Heydari has been providing us with updates throughout the afternoon. He joins us again over the line from New York. So, Rob, it's been a few hours now. How has the scene changed?
Rashmi, it hasn't changed a lot from earlier this afternoon after the mayor gave a press conference around 1 o'clock Eastern time today. They basically started clearing out some of the main intersections near where it happened at Park and 116th. Basically, most of 116th for about 3 blocks is just filled with fire trucks and NYPD vehicles. It's not been sealed off, but the police are basically stopping anyone walking into the street and getting really close to where it happened. They say that there's a lot of bad air in the area. The air quality is very poor. You can even see reporters, first responders alike, are all wearing surgical masks to filter out some of the debris that they're breathing in.
Wow, and so what are people there telling you?
It's a strange vibe here. It's very, very quiet on the street, 116th itself. Everyone is either in their apartment or they've evacuated. There is almost nobody around now who isn't a reporter or a first responder of some type. I went about 10 blocks north to the next subway station, which is bustling. It's very busy, but it's all just normal activity. People are scared and concerned, but not panicked, not nearly the sort of distress you might imagine if the building collapsed. But a lot of people I spoke to at different stores and coffee shops around were just saying they know people near that building. They're not sure what's going on. They're worried, and they're calling 311, New York City Public Information Line, for updates. But right now there isn't a lot of information, so I think people are just trying to stay calm, even though they're very worried.
And so what's next? I mean, do you know what the next steps are here?
At this point, the fire department and the police are still trying to make sure that everyone is accounted for. A lot of people who lived in the affected buildings may have evacuated on their own before the police or the fire department had gotten there. So currently they're still trying to account for everybody who's there. And there's just a lot of question marks at the moment. The fire department is still trying to get everything settled down there, so they can't even get all the way into the building to make sure that everyone is evacuated.
All right, Rob, we appreciate this update. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio says the city is expending every effort to locate the more than a dozen people still missing. He gave an update on the rescue efforts earlier today.